Hi, welcome back to 5-Minute Life Hacks. This is your host, Natalia Ambrosia, coming at you from my bedroom in Los Angeles, California. So today's episode is about what I do to stay in shape, to get back into shape. I work out all the time and I get asked all the time by my friends, by people on Instagram, and I love sharing my tips, what works for me. So in this episode, I thought I'd break it down into digestible little pieces that you can incorporate into your own routine that I think will be very helpful because they're general, but you can adapt them to what works for you. So this episode is a little bit of a follow-up episode from my last episode about gaining weight during the pandemic and how to get back into shape. That episode is really about mindset and how mindset is the most important thing on any fitness journey. Mindset can change everything. Mindset can make you feel better right now. So I highly recommend you listen to that episode first or after this episode because that's going to be the most important thing. For now, let's get started. So my very first tip when starting a workout routine, aside from having a great mindset, is to be intuitive. What does that mean? It means that what works for someone else might not work for you. You have to really test things and try things and know that just because something's working for your friend doesn't mean it's going to work for you. We all have different body shapes, different genetics, and different interests and things that make us happy. And so, of course, the same thing is not going to fit us. So just keep that in mind when starting your fitness journey. Know that because there's a diet out there and exercise out there that's working for other people, it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So you might have to combine different things to make something work for you, and that is okay. My second tip is get moving. So this is what people would call cardio, I guess. When I work out, I tend to walk or run for at least an hour a day. And when I want to get back into shape, let's say I've gone on vacation and I haven't really been keeping up with my exercises, I double it up. So I might go for a little walk in the morning for an hour and a walk in the evening. And that's really going to get me moving, my cardio going, my endorphins going. And I love this time because I can, be mindful and just take a walk or listen to a podcast or listen to music or listen to voice notes from my friends. I have an episode on voice notes. You should listen to that. I think you'll really enjoy it. And if you don't have time to move an hour a day, try to incorporate movement wherever you can. So that might mean taking the stairs or parking further away in the parking lot. I'm sure you've heard a lot of these tips, but it really does make a difference. So any little time you can carve out to move, even if it's 20 minutes, instead of driving somewhere, maybe walk there if you can. My next tip is about eating. Eating is so important. What you eat and what you put in your body is almost just as important, if not more important, than working out. So please make sure to nourish yourselves. I know a lot of people might not eat because they see themselves losing weight and they don't want to gain it, but I promise you, if you nourish yourself properly, your weight will be maintained. So I tend to stick to foods that are closest to their natural state. I like whole foods, so I tend to cook at home a lot. I eat a lot of high protein, low carbs. So I tend to eat like chicken with vegetables and a little bit of rice. I like to know what's in my food. So even when I go out, I tend to order food that is very tasty, but simply made where it's not too processed. I do, however, give myself treats. I love burgers and fries. So I will eat those maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, because why not? You have to indulge yourself sometimes, but really look at what you eat, what you're putting in your body, and be intuitive. Know that what other people eat might not work for you. For example, I can't have that much gluten because it does make me feel bloated, but I know other friends that have a high gluten diet and they're doing wonderfully. So test out what works for your body, be intuitive, eat healthy, try and cook as much as possible, nourish your body. So my fourth tip is about working out. So this is not the cardio I was talking about earlier. I tend to work out 5 to 7 days a week, at least 20 minutes to an hour a day. Now, that is a lot. You don't have to do that. I'm just telling you what I do. And I tend to sort of do a little bit more when I feel like I need to get back into shape. But I do at least a 20-minute workout on an app like FitOn. I tend to do dumbbell, so strength workouts, because I don't like being out of breath. You have to kind of test out and see what works for you. My best tip here is finding a workout that you really enjoy, because then you're going to look forward to it and think about how you're going to feel afterwards. So play around around a little bit and start with workouts you like. Make sure you're moving through different areas of your body so you can do a full body one day, a upper body one day, a lower body, but make sure you're enjoying it. Do something fun. That is my best tip for that. And my final tip is to enjoy what you're doing, enjoy what you're eating. You're doing this for yourself, you're doing this for your body, and it's great, and your body is working for you, and you're going to see amazing results. And don't be so hard on yourself. You're beautiful and you look beautiful. As always, feel free to message me at Natalia Ambrosia on Instagram. I love hearing from you. Let me know if you have any other questions, if you want me to expand on anything, if you have any tips of your own. Have a beautiful day. Sending you lots of love, lots of light. Bye.